Why does money always seem to disappear, no matter how hard you work? Why do some people grow rich, while others stay trapped in the same struggle? For 1,000 years ago, in the richest city on earth, men faced the same problem. Babylon was a city of gold, wealth, and power. Yet, many lived in poverty, just like today, but a few discovered the secrets of wealth, secrets so powerful, they still work today. These secrets can change your life. If you want to escape financial struggle, if you want freedom, listen very carefully. Stay with me till the end, because what you are about to learn has changed lives for thousands of years, and it can change yours too. Before we begin, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Bookverse for more life-changing book summaries. Now, let's start our journey into the wisdom of Babylon. Section 1. Introduction. Why Babylon holds a secret to wealth. For 1,000 years ago, deep in the desert, there was a city like no other, a city of walls so high that enemies could never break in, a city of markets filled with gold, silver, and fine goods from every corner of the world. This city was Babylon. Babylon was the richest city of the ancient world. People came from far and wide to trade, to learn, and to seek fortune. It stood like a jewel in the middle of the desert, shining with wealth and wisdom. But let me tell you a truth. Even in the richest city on earth, not everyone was rich. Some men lived in luxury, while others struggled to survive. Some built great houses. Others slept in the streets. Does this sound familiar? Even today, some people seem to attract money with ease, while others never have enough. Why? Is it luck? Is it magic? No, it is knowledge. The men who grew rich in Babylon understood something others did not. They knew the laws of money. They learned the rules that never fail. And here's the good news. Those rules still work today. They have worked for thousands of years. They will work for you, no matter where you live, no matter how much you earn now, because money follows rules. And if you follow them, money will follow you. Think about this. Babylon was built in a desert. No rivers of gold, no forests of wealth, only sand and stone. And yet, it became the richest city in the world. Why? Because its people learned how to manage money, how to save, and how to make gold grow. They did not waste what they had. They did not chase quick riches. They followed wisdom, and wisdom made them wealthy. Now, let's come back to you. What do you want? Do you want to live with money worries all your life? Or do you want freedom? Do you want your purse to always be empty? Or do you want it to be full? You already know the answer. But here's the truth. Most people work hard all their lives and still stay broke. Why? Because they never learn the rules. They earn money, they spend money, and then they have nothing left, month after month, year after year. But you are here because you want more. You are ready to learn. And today, you will learn the same rules that made poor men of Babylon rich. These rules are simple. Anyone can follow them. You do not need luck. You do not need magic. You only need to listen and take action. In this journey, you will hear stories. Stories of men who struggle like you do. Men who dreamed of a better life. Men who found the way. And their wisdom will become your wisdom. Imagine this. A man named Arkad once sat in the dusty streets of Babylon. He was not rich. He was not famous. He was just like everyone else. But one day he made a choice. He decided to learn how money works. He listened. He followed the rules. And he became the richest man in Babylon. If Arkad could do it thousands of years ago, in a desert city, why can't you? You can, because these rules are not about where you live. They are not about how much you earn. They are about habits. They are about discipline. They are about wisdom. Let me tell you something important. Money is a servant. It can work for you or it can run away from you. If you understand it, money will obey you. If you ignore it, money will leave you. These are the truths that made Babylon the richest city. And these truths can make you rich too. Not overnight, not by luck, but step by step, by following rules that never change. In this book, in this journey, you will learn these rules. You will learn how to make your purse fat, how to control your spending, how to make your gold multiply, how to protect your money from loss, and how to ensure future income. You will also learn the 5 laws of gold, laws that will guide you like stars in the night. Follow them, and gold will flow to you like a river. Ignore them, and gold will slip away like water in the sand. Remember this. Money has no mercy for those who do not respect it, but it rewards those who are wise. So, as we begin, make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will listen. Promise that you will act, because wisdom without action is nothing. Action brings results, and results will change your life. Now, take a deep breath. Imagine the great walls of Babylon rising under the desert sun. Imagine its markets, full of gold and jewels. Imagine the men who walked those streets, searching for answers, just like you are now. They found the answers, and so will you. Your journey to wealth begins here. Welcome to the wisdom of Babylon. Section 2. The man who desired gold. The sun burned over Babylon. Its heat fell on the walls, on the streets, on the homes of the rich and the poor. In a small house, near the edge of the city, sat a man. His name was Bansir. Bansir was a chariot builder. His hands were strong. His back was bent from years of hard work. He had built chariots for the noblemen of Babylon. He had worked since the first light of dawn until the last glow of sunset. Yet today he sat still. The tools lay silent. His hammer did not strike. His saw did not cut. Why? Because Bansir was tired, not of work, but of life as it was. He looked at the clay walls of his house. He looked at his empty purse. He looked at his wife and children who wanted more than he could give. Bansir sighed. All my life I have worked, he thought. I rise early. I work hard. I build fine chariots for rich men. Yet I own nothing. My purse is empty. My stomach is never full. Is this my reward for years of sweat? Is this what life means for me? As he sat in silence, a friend walked by. It was Kabi, the musician. Kabi carried his lyre. He smiled, but the smile was tired. He called to Bansir, Why do you sit here, my friend? Why do you not work? Bansir shook his head. I am thinking, Kabi, he said. I am thinking that life is short, yet I live like a slave. I work, but I have nothing. Do you feel the same? Kabi laughed softly. Yes, he said. My purse is as empty as your tools today. I play music in the homes of rich men. They smile. They praise me. But when the music ends, they go back to their feasts, and I go home to hunger. The 2 friends sat together in silence. Around them, Babylon moved on. Merchants walked by with gold. Noblemen rode fine horses. Servants carried jars of wine. Gold glowed in their purses. But for Bansir and Kabi, life was dust and struggle. Bansir spoke again. Kabi, why is this so? Why do we work so hard, yet remain poor? Why does gold flow to some, but never to us? Is it because the gods have forgotten us? Or is there a secret we do not know? Kabi nodded. There must be a secret. Look at Arkad, our old friend. Do you remember him? He was once as poor as we are. He worked with us. Now, he is the richest man in Babylon. He owns land. He owns gold. He lends to kings. Why him and not us? The 2 men sat under the burning sun. And in that moment, a thought grew inside them, a thought that would change their lives. Bansir stood up. I will not stay poor, Kabi, he said. I will not die in debt. I will not work my life away for nothing. I will find Arkad. I will ask him, how did you do it? And I will learn. Kabi's eyes lit up. Yes, he said. We will go together. We will learn the secret of gold. If Arkad could rise from nothing, So can we. And so, two men tired of struggle made a choice that begins every great change, the choice to learn, the choice to seek knowledge. Here is the truth, my friend. Desire is the first step to wealth. Without desire, nothing begins. Without desire, you accept your chains. But with desire, the chains start to break. That day, Bansir and Kabi discovered the power of desire. It woke them up. It pushed them to move. It made them seek the wisdom that would change their lives. Now, think about your own life. Do you feel the same hunger? Do you feel the same fire that burned in Bansir's heart? Are you tired of living with empty hands? Are you ready to learn? Because here is another truth. Hard work alone is not enough. You can work all day, every day, and still remain poor. Why? Because wealth does not come from labor alone. It comes from knowledge. It comes from rules. It comes from wisdom. This is what Bansir and Kabi learned that day. They realized that wealth was not about how much they worked. It was about how they managed what they earned. It was about what they did with their gold after they got it. So they went to Arkad, and Arkad taught them the secrets. Secrets that made him the richest man in Babylon. Secrets that can make you rich too. But before we go to Arkad, remember this. Desire is the seed. Knowledge is the water. Action is the sunlight. Without all three, the tree of wealth will never grow. So, if you desire gold, do as Bansir did. Do not sit in silence. Do not wait for luck. Go and seek wisdom. Because the journey to wealth begins not in your purse, but in your mind. Today, you take the first step. Today, you choose to learn. And soon, you will meet Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. His words will show you the way. But never forget this truth. Your desire brought you here. Your desire will take you to freedom. Section 3. Meeting the richest man, Arkad's secret. The streets of Babylon were busy that day. Merchants called out. Donkeys carried loads of goods. Men shouted prices in the marketplace. Gold coins clinked in purses as trade filled the city. Through the crowd walked two men with purpose. Bansir, the chariot builder. Kabi, the musician. Their faces were serious. Their steps were firm. They were looking for one man. That man was Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. A man who once had nothing. A man who rose from poverty to wealth beyond measure. At last, they reached a grand house. Its walls were strong. Its doors were wide. Inside lived Arkad, the man who lent gold to kings and nobles. Bansir looked at Kabi. Are you ready? Kabi nodded. Yes, today we find the truth. They stepped inside. Servants led them to a large hall. And there he was, Arkad, a man of calm strength. His robe was fine. Rings of gold shone on his fingers. But his eyes were kind. He smiled as he saw them. Bansir, Kabi, my old friends, Arkad said. Come, sit with me. Tell me, what brings you here? They sat down. Bansir spoke first. Arkad, we come as friends. We come with a question that troubles us day and night. Arkad leaned forward. Speak, he said. Bansir's voice was firm. All our lives we have worked hard. I build chariots. Kabi plays music. We serve rich men. Yet we own nothing. Our purses are empty. Our lives are full of struggle. But you, Arkad, you were once like us. Poor, unknown. Yet now, you are the richest man in Babylon. Tell us, how did you do it? What is your secret? The hall fell silent. Arkad looked at them. He saw in their eyes the same hunger he once felt. He nodded slowly. My friends, Arkad said, I was once like you. My purse was empty. My dreams were big, but my gold was small. I worked hard, yet wealth ran from me. Until one day, I made a decision. I said to myself, if others could become rich, why not me? So I went to a wise money lender. I asked him, how can a man become rich? And he taught me a simple truth. Bansir and Kabi leaned closer. What truth? They asked. Arkad's eyes shone. The truth is this. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. The two men stared. They looked at each other, then back at Arkad. That is all. Bansir asked, A part of all we earn is ours to keep. Is that not obvious? Do we not keep what we earn? Arkad laughed softly. No, he said. This is the beginning of all riches. He who keeps nothing will have nothing. He who saves will have wealth. A man who pays himself first is on the road to freedom. Kabi nodded. It seems so simple, he said. Arkad smiled. It is simple, but most men will never do it. They will spend all. They will cry for wealth, but they will never keep even a small part of what they earn. That is why they stay poor. The lesson was clear. And my friend, this is your lesson too. Before you buy food, before you pay rent, before you pay debts, pay yourself. Keep 1/10 of all you earn. Do this every day, every month, every year. Never stop. This is the first rule. This is Arkad's secret. And this secret has built fortunes for thousands of years. Now ask yourself, do you want to be like Bansur and Kabi, always working, always empty? Or do you want to walk the road Arkad walked? The road to wealth? The choice is yours. Start today. Take the first step. Pay yourself first. Because a man who pays himself first will never be poor again. Section 4. Start thy purse to fattening. The next day, Bansur sat in his small house. He held a few coins in his hand. Copper coins, the fruit of his hard work. He looked at them for a long time. Then he remembered Arkad's words. 1/10 of all you earn is yours to keep. He whispered again, 1/10 mine to keep. Bansur smiled. He placed 1 coin aside. It was small, but it was a beginning. And so began the first step to wealth. A simple act. Yet, this simple act has changed lives for thousands of years. Start thy purse to fattening. What does that mean? It means this. Before you pay anyone else, pay yourself. Before you give to the baker, the cloth maker, the landlord, keep something for you, at least 1/10 of all you earn. If you earn 10 coins, keep 1. If you earn 100 coins, keep 10. Do this always. Do this without fail. Why is this so important? Because wealth does not come from what you earn. It comes from what you keep. Many men earn much and spend all. They live well today, but tomorrow they are poor again. Do not be like them. Imagine this. You are a farmer. You plant seeds. But every time the plants grow, you eat them all. What will happen? There will be nothing for the next season. But if you keep some seeds aside, you plant again. And each season brings more harvest. Gold is like that. Save a part. Plant it. Let it grow. Now, let's talk about something important. Your mind. The psychology of paying yourself first. Why is this so powerful? Because it changes how you think. When you save first, you feel in control. You feel strong. Your purse begins to fatten, and so does your confidence. You say to yourself, I am not a slave to money. I master it. Most people do the opposite. They pay everyone else first. They pay bills. They buy food. They spend on pleasures. And then they say, I have nothing left to save. But listen, there will never be anything left to save unless you take it first. Because desires grow as income grows. No matter how much you earn, if you spend all, you stay poor. So flip the rule. Save first. Spend what is left. You may think, but I have debts. Should I not pay them first? No. Pay yourself first. Why? Because if you always wait to be free of debt, you will never save. Save a little even while you pay debts. For debts will end, but your savings will remain. Now let us face another truth. 1 coin does not look like much. 1/10 feels small. You may think, what can 1 coin do? But here is the secret. Small savings grow. They grow like trees from tiny seeds. Imagine you save 1 coin every day. After 10 days, you have 10 coins. After 100 days, you have 100 coins. After a year, you have gold enough to start investing. And once your money starts working for you, your wealth multiplies. Do you remember Banser and Kabi? They began with 1 coin, then 2, then 10. At first, they felt nothing. Their lives seemed the same. But as the moons passed, their purses grew fat. They felt proud. They felt strong. They began to dream bigger dreams. This is the power of starting small, the power of fattening your purse. Not in one leap, but step by step. Every coin you save is a soldier that fights for your future. Do not waste your soldiers. Gather them, send them to battle for you, and they will bring you more soldiers. Now, let's talk about discipline. Saving is simple, but it is not easy because your desires will fight you. You will want new clothes. You will want good food. You will want pleasure today. But remember, pleasure today can be poverty tomorrow. Sacrifice today can be freedom tomorrow. When you save, you are not losing. You are winning. You are buying your freedom. You are buying your future. So what must you do? Take action. Right now, look at what you earn. Take 1/10. Put it aside. Do not touch it. Do this every time you earn. Do it for a month. Do it for a year. Do it for life. One day, you will look at your purse and it will be heavy. You will smile because you planted seeds. And now, the harvest has come. My friend, let this be your first rule. Start thy purse to fattening. Begin today, because tomorrow never comes for those who wait. But for those who act, tomorrow is full of gold. Section 5. Control thy expenditures. The days passed in Babylon. The sun rose over the great walls. Merchants shouted in the markets. Gold changed hands. And in a small home, Banser counted his coins. His purse was heavier now. He had saved 1/10 of his earnings, just as Arkad taught. He felt proud. But a new problem came. The 9/10 left for living felt small. He looked at his wife. She asked for new clothes. His children asked for sweets. The landlord asked for rent. And the merchant tempted him with fine goods. Banser sighed. How can I live on 9/10? It feels too little. I must spend to live. I must spend to keep my family happy. That night, Banser and Kabi went to Arkad again. They sat before him and spoke their worry. Arkad, Banser said, I have saved 1/10 of all I earn, but it is hard. The 9/10 do not seem enough. What should I do? Arkad smiled. My friend, he said, do you suffer because of lack of gold, or because of too many desires? Banser frowned. What do you mean? Arkad spoke slowly. Desires are many. Gold is few. If you try to satisfy every desire, you will always be poor. You must learn this truth. Control thy expenditures. Spend only for needs. Do not spend for every want. The words hung in the air. Kabi asked, But Arkad, how do we know what is a need and what is a want? Arkad smiled again. A need is bread. A need is shelter. A need is clothing to cover your body. A want is a feast when plain food will do. A want is a fine robe when simple cloth is enough. A want is a pleasure today that steals from the comfort of tomorrow. The 2 men listened. They knew he spoke the truth. Arkad leaned closer. You say 9/10 is not enough? Let me tell you something. When I earned 10 coins, I thought the same. Then I earned 20 coins. Still, I thought the same. Why? Because as my income grew, my desires grew faster. If you do not control your desires, you will never have enough, no matter how much you earn. He paused. Most men make this mistake. They say, I do not earn enough to save. But the truth is, they do not spend wisely. They waste gold on foolish pleasures. They borrow for things they do not need, and then they cry for more gold. Do not be like them. The hall was quiet. Then Arkad spoke again. Here is what you must do. Write down your expenses. Write every coin you spend. Then ask yourself, which of these are needs? Which are wants? Cut the wants. Plan your spending. Give every coin a name before you spend it. Banser nodded slowly. So, make a plan for the 9/10? Yes, Arkad said. Make a plan. Spend for needs. Spend for family. Spend for pleasures, but only what your purse allows. Do not let desires rule you. Rule your desires. For a man who cannot rule himself will always be a slave to gold. The lesson was clear. And my friend, this is your lesson too. Do not say, I do not earn enough to save. Say, I will control my spending. Because no man becomes rich by satisfying every desire. But many men become free by learning to live on less. Now, listen to this simple plan from Babylon. Save 1/10 for yourself. Use 7/10 for living. Use 2/10 for debts or pleasures, but never more. This is the way to live below your means. This is the way to build wealth. Think about it. If you live on all you earn, you will stay poor forever. If you borrow to live, you will sink in chains. But if you live on less, gold will flow into your purse. And soon you will taste freedom. You may ask, why is this so hard? Because desires whisper in your ear. They say, buy this now. Enjoy today. They make you blind to tomorrow. Do not listen. Tell your desires, I will wait. I will grow strong. And when you have gold, you can enjoy without fear. Remember this truth. Desires are endless. Gold is limited. Choose wisely. The men of Babylon who grew rich were not the ones who earned the most. They were the ones who controlled their spending. They built walls around their gold. And those walls were made of discipline. You can do the same. Start today. Write your expenses. Cut the waste. Spend with purpose. For a man who rules his gold will never be ruled by it. And so, Banser and Kabi left Arkad that day with a new plan. They would not cry for more gold. They would use what they had with wisdom. They would live on less. They would make their purses fat. And so can you. Control thy expenditures. Because freedom is not in what you earn. Freedom is in what you keep. Section 6. Make thy gold multiply. The moon shone over Babylon. Its light touched the rooftops and the great walls. In a small courtyard, Banser sat counting his coins. For many months, he had saved 1/10 of all he earned. His purse was heavier now. He smiled. For the first time in his life, he felt hope. Then a thought came. These coins lie idle. They do nothing. They sleep like stones. How can they help me if they do not grow? He remembered Arkad's words. To keep is good, but to make gold multiply is better. The next day, Banser went to Arkad. He bowed and spoke. My purse grows heavy, my friend. But I ask you, how can I make my gold work for me? Arkad smiled. You speak with wisdom. For a man's gold must be a worker, not a slave. Gold in a purse is silent. Gold at work is a soldier. It earns more gold. And the gold it earns more again. Thus wealth grows like a tree. Banser nodded. But how, Arkad? How do I make my gold work? Arkad leaned forward. Invest it. Lend it where it is safe. Place it where it will earn. Do not let it sleep in your purse. For idle gold brings no reward. He paused, then spoke again. But beware. Gold is shy. It flees from the careless. It runs from the fool who chases quick riches. It stays only with a cautious man who uses wisdom. Banser frowned. Tell me more. How do I know where to put my gold? Arkad spoke slowly. First, seek advice from wise men, men who know the trade. If you would invest in jewels, speak to the jeweler. If you would invest in land, Speak to those who know land. Do not trust a brickmaker to know the value of gems. He will fail you, and your gold will vanish. Banser nodded. Have you ever lost gold, Arkad? Arkad laughed softly. Yes. In my youth, I was foolish. I lent my gold to a friend who promised me riches from far lands. He knew nothing of trade. His plan failed. My gold was gone. I learned this. Gold works only where wisdom guides it. The room was quiet. Then Arkad spoke again. My friend, the first law of gold is this. Gold comes gladly to the man who puts it to work in safe and profitable ways. Not quick ways. Not foolish ways. Safe and steady ways. He leaned closer. Let me give you an example. You saved 1/10 of your earnings. Now, lend it to a trusted merchant. Let him use it to trade. In return, he pays you a fair share of his profit. This is wise, for your gold is safe and it works. And as months pass, your gold grows. Banser's eyes shone. So, gold can earn children? Arkad smiled. Yes, gold earns children, and the children earn more children. This is the miracle of compounding. This is the way wealth grows like a tree from a seed. Now, my friend, this is your lesson too. Saving is a first step, but saving alone will not make you rich. If your gold sleeps, it grows old and weak. If your gold works, it grows strong and multiplies. How do you make gold work today? Invest wisely, not in promises of quick fortune, not in dreams that sound too sweet, but in plans that are safe and sure. Perhaps you lend to a man of trade. Perhaps you buy land that will grow in value. Perhaps you invest in a business you understand. Whatever you choose, let wisdom guide you. Seek advice. Study well. Act with caution. Do not fear small beginnings. For small gold, well invested, becomes great gold. But beware of greed. Greed whispers, double your gold in a day. Greed blinds you. Greed leads you to ruin. Better a slow gain that is sure than a quick gain that vanishes. Think of your gold as workers. Would you send them into danger without a plan? Would you let them march into the desert without water? No. You would guard them. You would guide them. Do the same with your coins. Send them only where they can return with more. Let me tell you another truth. The man who lets his gold work will one day earn more from his gold than from his labor. His gold will labor while he sleeps. His gold will earn while he rests. And when his hands grow old, his gold will still be strong. This is true wealth, not gold that you hold, but gold that works for you forever. So, take this step, make thy gold multiply. Do not let it sleep. Put it to work. Let it breed more gold. And as the moons pass, you will see a miracle. Your purse will not only be fat, it will be alive. It will grow like a living thing. Remember this. Idle gold is dead gold. Working gold is living gold. And a man who knows how to make his gold work will never know poverty again. So begin today. Do not wait for more gold to start. Start with what you have. Start now. For the man who delays will wake one day and find his life gone and his purse still empty. Let your gold grow, and your life will grow with it. Section 7. Guard thy treasures from loss. The sun burned bright over the walls of Babylon. The markets were alive with sound. Men shouted prices. Merchants spread their goods. And in the crowd, Banser walked slowly, thinking of Arkad's words. Make thy gold multiply. He had saved. He had lent a little to a trusted merchant. His gold was beginning to work. He felt proud. But then a voice called out to him. Banser, come, my friend. I have great news for you. It was a man he knew well. A man with a quick smile and bright eyes. The man leaned closer and whispered, Give me your gold, and I will double it in a month. A great caravan leaves for far lands. We will buy rare gems and sell them for a fortune. You will be rich in no time. Banser's heart leaped. Double my gold in a month? It sounded sweet. Too sweet. He hesitated. That night, he went to Arkad. He told him everything. Arkad listened and then laughed softly. My friend, he said, have you learned nothing? Gold runs away from the man who chases quick riches. It flees like a bird from the hand of the greedy. Banser frowned, but he spoke with such confidence. Arkad nodded. Yes, men who promise quick wealth always speak with honeyed words. They blind you with dreams. They make you forget reason. But listen well. There is a difference between investing and gambling. Investing is guided by wisdom. Gambling is led by hope and greed. The hall was silent. Arkad spoke again. Would you send your gold on a journey with a man who knows nothing of the road? Would you trust your treasure to a fool? No. Yet men do this every day when they chase quick schemes. And soon their purses are empty. Banser looked down. I almost did that, Arkad. Arkad smiled. And that is why you came to me. You were wise to ask. For the man who seeks advice before he acts will not lose his gold. He leaned forward. My friend, guard thy treasures from loss. How? By following these rules. First, never invest in something you do not understand. If you do not know the trade, seek a man who does. If you invest in cloth, ask the cloth maker. If you would invest in land, ask a farmer. But do not trust the ignorant. Their advice will lead you to ruin. He paused and spoke again. Second, beware of quick returns. If a man says, give me your gold and I will double it fast, turn away. Quick riches are a trap. They look sweet, but they hold poison. Banser nodded slowly. What is the third rule? Arkad smiled. Always secure your gold. If you lend, take a pledge. Take something of value as security, so that if he fails, your gold returns safe. Do not lend on words alone, for promises are light as wind. The lesson was clear. Gold is precious. It is hard-earned and easy to lose. Guard it with care. Guard it as you would guard your life. Now, my friend, this is your lesson too. The world is full of men who will promise you wealth without work. They will tell you of great ventures. They will paint bright pictures of riches beyond measure. But their road ends in darkness. Their promises are like sand, soft, shifting, and without strength. If you listen to them, your gold will fly away. It will not return, and you will sit in sorrow, wishing you had been wise. So what must you do? First, be patient. Wealth grows slowly like a tree. Water it with wisdom, not with greed. Second, seek advice from men of knowledge, not from dreamers, not from fools. If a man knows a trade, his words have weight. If a man has failed, his advice is wind. Third, protect your gold from risk. Do not trust a chance. Do not gamble with your future. Better a small, safe gain than a big, dangerous one. Better to walk steady on the road than to run on the edge of a cliff. Remember this truth. The man who guards his gold keeps his freedom. The man who risks his gold for quick gain becomes a slave to loss. Think of your gold as soldiers. Would you send them into a battle without armor? Would you march them into an enemy's camp without a plan? No. You would shield them. You would guide them. Do the same with your gold. Protect it. Keep it safe. Then let it fight for you in battles it can win. Let me tell you a secret. The richest men in Babylon were not those who chased fortune in the wind. They were those who moved slowly, carefully, wisely. They let time be their ally. They built wealth brick by brick. And one day, their houses stood strong while the houses of gamblers lay in dust. So learn this law. Guard thy treasures from loss. Write it on your heart. Repeat it every time you hear the promise of quick gain. Say to yourself, better a small gain that is sure than a great gain that is a lie. One day, you will look at your wealth and smile, because you were wise, because you were patient, because you guarded your gold like a loyal soldier guards his king. Section 8. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. The streets of Babylon were alive as the sun dipped low. Torches burned bright. Children played in the courtyards. Merchants closed their shops. And in the distance stood houses made of brick and stone, some small, some grand. Banser walked through the alleys with Kabi. He looked at the fine houses and sighed. How long shall I pay rent? Each month, I give my gold to the landlord. And what do I gain? Nothing. When will I have a house of my own? That evening, they went to Arkad again. The wise man listened. Then he spoke. My friends, you ask a question that many men ask, and the answer is simple. A man should own the roof above his head, for a house is more than shelter. It is security. It is peace. It is an investment. Banser nodded. But Arkad, building a house needs much gold. How can I do that when I save only 1/10 of what I earn? Arkad smiled. Does every man need a palace? No. Build what you can afford. Build a simple house. But build it wisely. Use your savings. Plan your expenses. Borrow only what you can repay with ease. Do not build more than your purse can bear. Kabi asked softly, and why is this so important? Arkad's eyes shone. Because when you pay rent, you pay for nothing. Your gold leaves and never returns. But when you pay for your house, your gold builds something that is yours forever. And when the house is complete, you live free. You pay no rent. Your living costs fall. And with less expense, you can save more. Thus, your wealth grows faster. He paused and spoke again. Let me tell you a truth. A man who owns his home feels safe. He sleeps without fear. His wife smiles. His children play under his roof with joy. And his heart is at peace. This peace gives him strength to earn more gold. The two men were silent. Arkad continued. In Babylon, many wise men build homes. They know that land is precious. Houses rise in value as the years pass. So, a house is not just a home. It is an asset. It makes your life easier and your purse heavier. Now, my friend, listen well. This law is for you too. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. What does this mean today? It means this. If you live in a house that you do not own, you are working for someone else's wealth. Each rent payment builds his fortune, not yours. So, plan to own your home. It need not be grand. Start small. Start simple. But start. You may say, I cannot buy a house now. I do not have enough. That is fine. Begin with saving. Begin with planning. And when the time is right, act. Do not delay forever. For every year you wait, your gold flows to another man's purse. But beware of one thing. Do not build beyond your means. Do not let pride push you into debt you cannot pay. A home that brings debt and worry is not a blessing. It is a curse. Better a small house you own than a palace that owns you. Think of it like this. When you own your home, your living cost falls. You keep more gold each month. And what you save, you can invest. So, your wealth grows not just from saving, but from lower expenses. This is wisdom that built fortunes in Babylon, and it will build yours too. Let me give you a picture. Imagine two men. One pays rent all his life. When he grows old, his purse is light. His landlord grows rich. The other builds a home when he is young. At first, he sacrifices. He spends less on pleasures. He works hard, but in time, his home is complete. He lives free. He saves more. His wealth grows. When old age comes, his purse is fat, his heart is at peace, and his family lives safe under his roof. Which man will you be, the renter or the owner, the man who works for others or the man who works for himself? Remember this truth. A home is more than walls. It is freedom. It is security. It is an investment that grows with time. So, take this step. Plan for your home. Save. Build. Own the roof above your head. For a man who owns his home owns more than a house. He owns his future. Write these words in your heart. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. Start today. Even if it is only a dream, begin to plan. For dreams, when fed with action, become reality. And when you live under your own roof, you will know the joy that every wise man of Babylon knew. Section 9. increase thy ability to earn. The morning sun touched the towers of Babylon. Merchants opened their stalls. Gold changed hands in the busy market. Men spoke of trade, of land, of wealth. Among them walked Banser. His purse was heavier than before. He saved. He invested. He guarded his gold. He even planned for his own home. But still his heart asked, how can I earn more? How can my wealth grow faster? That evening he sat with Arkad. The old man smiled as Banser spoke his thoughts. Arkad, Banser said, I have followed your laws. I save. I invest. I guard my gold. Yet my income is small. If I could earn more, my purse would fatten faster. Tell me, how do I increase my ability to earn? Arkad looked at him kindly. You asked the question of a wise man. For the greatest wealth a man can build is not in his purse. It is in his mind. Your skill, your knowledge, your ability, these are your true treasures. Gold can be lost. Houses can fall. But a man who learns, who grows, will never be poor. Banser leaned forward. Tell me more. Arkad spoke slowly, as if carving each word into stone. When I was young, I earned little. I had no gold, no land, no friends of wealth. But I had one thing, the desire to learn. I watched men who prospered. I asked them questions. I listened more than I spoke. I studied every trade I could understand. And as my knowledge grew, so did my earning power. He paused and smiled. My friend, knowledge is like a lamp in the darkness. Without it, you stumble. With it, you walk in safety. A man who knows more earns more. It has always been so. It will always be so. Banser nodded slowly. So I must learn to earn? Yes, Arkad said. Learn more of your craft. Become the best in what you do. If you build chariots, build them stronger, finer, faster. If you trade, learn the market. Know what men desire. Know what price brings profit. When you grow in skill, men will seek you. They will pay you more gold for your work. The hall was silent as Arkad continued. There is another way. Learn new skills. For a man who knows only one trade is like a tree with one branch. A storm may break it, but a man who knows many trades is like a tree with many branches. He stands strong. He earns from many streams. He leaned closer. Do you know why the richest merchants in Babylon are rich? Because they never stop learning. They learn of far lands. They learn of new goods. They learn how to buy low and sell high. They learn the secrets of men and markets. They learn always. And because they learn, their wealth multiplies. Banser felt the truth in those words. He remembered days when he wasted time. He remembered nights when he sat idle instead of learning. He felt a fire rise in his heart. Arkad smiled as if he read his thoughts. My friend, time is gold. Spend it wisely. Do not waste it on idle pleasures. Do not waste it on foolish talk. Spend it learning. Spend it improving yourself. Every skill you gain is a coin in your purse. Every book you read is a jewel on your crown. He paused and said softly, even 1 hour a day can change your life. 1 hour of learning every day will make you a master in time. And a master is always paid well. Now, my friend, listen well. This law is for you too. Increase thy ability to earn. For the man who grows in skill grows in wealth. The man who stops learning stops earning. Ask yourself, what can I do to make myself worth more? Can I learn a new trade? Can I sharpen my craft? Can I read, study, practice? The answer is yes. You can, and you must. The world reward value. If you bring little value, you earn little. If you bring great value, you earn greatly. So increase your value, and your goal will follow. Do not fear the effort. Effort is the price of success. Do not fear the time. Time will pass whether you learn or not. Better to let it pass, making you rich in knowledge than poor in skill. Think of the farmers of Babylon. Some plant wheat and stop. Others plant wheat and barley and figs. Who harvests more? The one who plants more. So, plant knowledge in your mind. Plant skill in your hands. And harvest wealth all your life. Remember this truth. The greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself. Not in gold, not in land, in yourself, for you are the source of your wealth. And when you grow, your gold grows too. So, start today. Choose one thing to learn. Read one book. Listen to one wise man. Practice one new skill. And do it every day. One day, you will look back and smile, for your purse will be fat, your heart will be strong, and your life will be full of riches. Riches that began the day you decided to grow. Write these words in your heart. Increase thy ability to earn. Let them guide your steps. For the man who learns never stops climbing. And at the top, the view is golden. Section 10. The 5 Laws of Gold. The evening was cool in Babylon. The golden light of sunset fell on the great temple walls. Merchants were closing their shops. Children ran through the narrow streets. And in a quiet hall, Arkad sat with Bansir and Kabi. The two friends leaned forward, their eyes bright. They had learned much. They had saved. They had invested. They had controlled their spending. But Arkad said, "There is more you must know. For wealth is like a river. It flows to those who know its laws. Ignore the laws, and gold will flee from you like a bird from a snare." Bansir asked softly, "What laws, Arkad?" Arkad smiled. "The 5 laws of gold. Learn them. Keep them in your heart. They will guard your wealth for all your life. Law 1. Gold comes gladly in an increasing quantity to the man who saves not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and his family. Arkad raised his hand. This is the first law. It is simple. Gold comes to the man who saves, not to the man who spends all, not to the man who wastes, but to the man who pays himself first. He looked at them. If you save 1 coin out of 10, gold will flow to you. At first, the flow is small, but soon it grows like a stream, and one day it becomes a mighty river. Save, always save. This is the foundation of all wealth. Bansir nodded slowly. He had felt the truth of this law in his own life. Law 2. Gold labors diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for a profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. Arkad's voice grew firm. This is the second law. Gold that works grows. Gold that sleeps stays the same. Do not let your savings lie idle in a dark purse. Put them to work in safe and sure ways. Let your gold earn children. Let those children earn more. This is how wealth multiplies. Not by chance, not by magic, but by steady labor and wise investment. He smiled. A man who understands this law will one day earn more from his gold than from his hands. Law 3. Gold clings to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. Arkad leaned closer. Gold is shy. It flees from the fool, but it clings to the cautious man. If you invest, do so with care. Seek advice. Ask men who know the trade. If you would buy land, ask the farmer. If you would buy jewels, ask the jeweler. Do not guess. Do not trust luck. Guard your gold like a child, for a man who guards his gold will keep it safe. Law 4. Gold slips away from the man who invested in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. Arkad's face grew stern. This is the law that many break. They hear of great ventures. They dream of quick wealth. They say, "I will risk all and gain much." And soon their purses are empty. He looked at Banser and Kabi. If you do not understand a business, do not trust it. If wise men do not approve it, do not risk it. For gold is a precious servant. Do not send it on a road you do not know. Banser lowered his eyes. He remembered the sweet words of the man who promised riches from far lands. He thanked the gods he had asked Arkad before giving his gold. Law 5. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who follows the advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts his own romantic desires in investment. Arkad's voice rang like a bell. This is the last law, and it is a law many ignore at great cost. Gold runs from the greedy man. It runs from the dreamer who seeks fortune in the clouds. It runs from the fool who chases quick gain. He stood and spoke with power. Never believe a promise of impossible returns. Never trust a man who says, "Give me your gold, and I will double it in a day." His words are like honey, but they hide poison. Many men of Babylon lost their gold because of greed. Do not be one of them. The room was silent. The 5 laws hung in the air like golden chains of wisdom. Arkad sat down and smiled softly. Write these laws in your heart. They will keep your gold safe. They will guide your steps, and they will lead you to freedom. Now, my friend, listen well. These laws are for you too. They are not old. They are not dead. They are as true today as they were in Babylon. If you save, your gold will come. If you invest wisely, your gold will grow. If you act with caution, your gold will stay. If you avoid foolish risks, your gold will not flee. And if you shun greed, your gold will serve you for life. Repeat these laws each day. Save, invest, be cautious, avoid ignorance, reject greed, write them where your eyes can see them, teach them to your children, live by them, and one day you will look at your life and smile, for your purse will be fat, your heart will be free, and your days will be rich with peace. The 5 laws of gold are not secrets. They are truths. They are the keys to wealth. Take them, keep them, and let them open the gates of your own Babylon. Section 11, the luck factor. Does fortune matter? The night sky over Babylon was clear. Stars glittered like jewels on black silk. The streets were quiet. Only the sound of distant drums broke the silence. Banser and Kabi sat near the city walls. They spoke in hushed tones. Some men, Kabi said, are born lucky. Gold comes to them like water from a spring. Others toil all their lives and earn little. Why is that? Is wealth only for the fortunate? Banser nodded. I have wondered the same. Is there truly a law for luck? Or is it all in the hands of the gods? The next day, they went to Arkad. The wise man listened, his eyes calm. Then he spoke. My friends, men often speak of luck. They say, he was lucky, he found gold, he met fortune. But let me tell you the truth. Luck is not magic. Luck is not chance. Luck is a child of opportunity and preparation. Banser frowned. I do not understand. Explain. Arkad smiled. Listen carefully. Opportunity comes to every man. It comes softly. It knocks once, maybe twice. But only the prepared man opens the door. The unprepared man does not even hear the knock. He leaned closer. In my youth, I too waited for luck. I said, one day fortune will smile on me. But years passed and nothing changed. Then I learned, luck comes to those who act. Luck comes to those who are ready when the chance arrives. Kabi asked softly, and how does a man prepare? Arkad spoke slowly, each word heavy with wisdom. He prepares by saving. He prepares by learning. He prepares by being watchful. Then, when opportunity comes, he is ready. He does not say, I have no gold to invest. He does not say, I do not understand the trade. He acts, and others call him lucky. He smiled. But he was not lucky. He was prepared. The room was quiet. Then Arkad said, "Let me give you an example. A merchant came to me once. He said, 'I have a great plan. I will buy goods from the East and sell them here for double. I need gold. Join me.' I was ready. I had savings. I understood trade. So I gave him gold. We earned much." Men said, "Arkad is lucky." But was it luck? No. It was preparation meeting opportunity. He looked at Banser and Kabi. Many men heard of that chance, but they had no gold. They had no knowledge. They could not act. They called me lucky, but luck favored me because I was ready. Now, my friend, think of this truth. Opportunity will come to you. It comes to every man. But will you be ready? If you spend all you earn, you will not be ready. If you waste your time, you will not be ready. If you know nothing, you will not be ready. But if you save, if you learn, if you watch, you will be ready. And when the door opens, you will walk through. Others will call you lucky, but you will know the truth. Luck is not a gift. Luck is a reward for preparation. So stop waiting for luck. Stop saying, "One day fortune will smile on me." Fortune smiles on those who work, those who prepare, those who act. You cannot control the winds, but you can set your sail. You cannot command the river, but you can build a boat. You cannot demand luck, but you can prepare for the day it comes. Let me tell you another truth. A man who is always prepared does not need much luck. He creates his own fortune. He creates it by habits, by discipline, by wise choices each day. Save, learn, grow, be alert. These are the steps to attract luck. These are the steps to seize opportunity when it knocks. Think of the farmers of Babylon. One man plows his field. He sows seeds before the rains. When the rain comes, his field turns green. Men say, "He was lucky." The rain came. But was it luck? No. The rain comes every year. He was ready. He planted. The man who did nothing stand before a dry field and says, "The gods hate me." But the truth is, he was not prepared. The same is true in wealth. Gold does not fall from the sky. It comes when chance and readiness meet. So, write this law in your heart. Do not wait for luck. Work for it. Prepare for it. Create it. Opportunity is a shy visitor. It knocks only once. If you are ready, you welcome it. If you are not, it passes by and never returns. So ask yourself, if an opportunity came today, would I be ready? Would I have gold to invest? Would I have knowledge to act? If the answer is no, then begin now. Save, learn, watch, prepare. For when fortune comes, it will not wait for you to get ready. It will smile on the man who already is. Remember this. Luck is not chance. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. This is a law that wise men of Babylon knew. And this is a law that will guide you to wealth. Section 12. Final wisdom. Your road to riches. The stars faded over Babylon. A new day began. The gates opened. The city came alive with sound and color. Merchants set up their stalls. Children laughed in the courtyards. The hum of life filled the air. Banser and Kabi stood before Arkad. Their faces shone with hope. Their purses were heavier than before. Their hearts were stronger, for they had learned the laws of wealth. Arkad spoke slowly, his voice calm and sure. My friends, today you know the secrets that built my fortune. They are not magic. They are not tricks. They are simple truths. Truths that never change. They worked in Babylon. They will work for you. They will work forever. He lifted his hand and spoke with power. The first truth. Save at least 1/10 of all you earn. This is a seed of wealth. Without saving, no man can grow rich. Without saving, gold will always flee. Save first, spend later. This is a foundation. The second truth, control your spending. Do not waste your gold on desires. Do not let pleasures steal your future. Learn to say, "This I can live without." Lie below your means. For a lean purse brings sorrow, but a fat purse brings peace. The third truth, make your gold work for you. Do not let it sleep. Do not keep it idle. Invest it in safe and sure ways. Let your gold earn children, and let those children earn more. This is the power of compounding wealth. The fourth truth, guard your gold from loss. Do not trust quick schemes. Do not follow fools. Do not gamble with your future. Seek advice from the wise. Protect your treasure like a soldier protects his king. The fifth truth, own your home. Make your dwelling a profitable investment. Turn your rent into savings. Turn your savings into wealth. For a man who owns his home owns more than a house. He owns security. The sixth truth, prepare for tomorrow. Old age will come. Misfortune will come. Do not fear them. Prepare for them. Build income that lasts. Build wealth that endures. For a man who prepares sleeps in peace. The seventh truth, increase your ability to earn. Grow your skills. Grow your knowledge. For the greatest wealth is not in your purse. It is in your mind. The man who learns always earns. He paused. Then his voice softened. And remember the 5 laws of gold. They are the chains that bind your wealth. Break them and gold will flee. Follow them and gold will serve you. Bansir and Kabi were silent. The weight of these truths sank deep into their hearts. Arkad rose and spoke one last time. My friends, now you know, but knowledge alone will not fill your purse. Action will. A man who knows but does not act is like a field that is never plowed. It will never yield grain. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for luck. Start today. Save today. Invest today. For wealth grows slowly like a tree. The sooner you plant, the sooner you will sit in its shade. He looked at them with a smile. One day, others will call you lucky. They will say, he is favored by the gods. But you will know the truth. You were wise. You were patient. You acted when others only dreamed. Now, my friend, this is for you too. Your Babylon is your life. Your purse is your garden. Plant seeds in it every day. Water them with discipline. Guard them with wisdom. And soon you will harvest plenty. Do not say, I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Start now. Start small. But start. Save 1 coin out of 10. Control your desires. Invest with care. Own your home. Prepare for the future. Grow in skill. And follow the 5 laws of gold. If you do these things, wealth will come. It will come slowly at first, then faster, until one day you will look at your life and smile. For you will be free. Free from worry. Free from debt. Free from the chains of poverty. Remember this truth. The soul of a man thrives when his purse is fat, and the purse grows fat when the man follows these laws. So rise now, take your first step, build your Babylon, and let the rivers of gold flow to you, as they flowed to the wise men of old.